It's King Zoo. We in the city of Janesville, Hedgerock Public Library. Um, we working today, and it's Mom's birthday. We want to shout her out for her birthday. Happy birthday, Moms. But King Zoo say he was attacked. With bleach in his eye, and the medical reports. The medical reports notate the reason for the visit. And a lot of people have assumed that, King Zoo has lost his mind. He's goofy. He's uneducated. He's not smart. He's just the goofiest thing to ever be goofy. But we want to notate what really has happened in the city of Janesville, state of Wisconsin, United States of America. We had a accident. A freak accident, if you will, assault, a bleach attack on 9/16/2003, 23, if you will. Police came, assisted. Janesville ambulance and paramedics came and assisted. And we know anybody that get dangerous chemicals thrown in their eye, and they cause skin problems and skin burns. They should be given an eye exam. And we want to know why, since 9/16/2023, I have not received an eye exam. And what we want to do is shout out Network Health and the coverage plan that they have for me, and all the doctors who made the referrals since 9/16/2023. And all the other doctors who had performed eye exam. Well, we know bleach was not thrown in my eyes, and we know dangerous chemicals was not thrown in my eyes. And we want to shout out the judge who overlooked these facts, knew that I had bleach thrown in my eyes, and still made decisions for the police, if you will. Have a man struggling, poor black African-American man, he's struggling. He get attacked with bleach, threats because of his lawsuits. And then the judge come back and say that since he threatened the defendants, then his lawsuit must be dismissed. We want to figure this thing out because it's wrestling with the mercury of my flesh. And we're going to send this out to the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals, all these pages that we see on the table. And we want to shout out Beloit Health Systems Clinic for the ophthalmology appointment that they referred me to. But unfortunately, the insurance didn't cover it. And we want to shout out Merida. We want to shout out every hospital that I have ever been to. And we know that now heart disease have turned to congestive heart failure because the doctors, state officials, all the people, the important people, if you will, have not been doing their job. And what we're going to do is go back to the district court on these matters, because any man that get bleach thrown in his eyes, any human that get bleach thrown in their eyes, they should get an eye exam to get a diagnosis. And since we did not get a diagnosis, is it my fault? Because they told me don't make a phone call. They will call you because your insurance covered it. Or is it the medical people's fault that they did not do their job? And I am a victim of a bleach attack. We want to look at the report one more time. We want to shout out Mom, want to shout out all the fans, and we want to shout out the truth. The truth can't be seen with the naked eye alone, especially when you got strangers, working behind the scenes to make sure that these things don't come to the light. And what I aim to do, is get the highest official from government, whoever was in government, all the way to the United States Supreme Court. We're trying to get the judges to look at this evidence to see how in the world a judge could force a man who had bleach thrown in his eye, police reports verified, medical reports verified, Janesville City Ambulance, paramedics report verified. We want to figure out why this information was never taken into consideration. It was never taken seriously by the judge who was responsible for overseeing 26 lawsuits. And we want to understand what happened. King Zeus said he was threatened before summary judgment ever came. He woke up, blood was all over his house, all over his pictures of Jesus, all over his pictures of everything he said he stood for. And we want to figure out what happened in this society, because it was unlawful, it was unjust, it was unreasonable, it was unrighteous, it was ungodly for any police official to make a threat against my life and then use a third party to continue to carry out the threats and continue to harass, to continue to discriminate, to continue to do all the things that we see the medical exhibits show. We did not get a fair hearing. We did not get fair process. We did not get fair due process. We did not get fair anything. And we want to figure out why the medical experts that all work for the state, federal governments, did not ever make contact with me after they made the eye referral appointments. And this is what baffles the minds of the family members and friends. And we know I have never lost a lawsuit in the Wisconsin prison system. And we know that in the Wisconsin prison system, things are on camera. You know, they recorded coming to work. They recorded doing a job. And things are more transparent in prison because it's a serious situation. But out here in the public, we have officials, we have attorneys who have misconstrued records, medical records. And we want to notate the fact that the medical records from a prison, all medical records were released to opposing counsels. And opposing counsels misconstrued facts, fabricated facts that was never facts. And they exaggerated the extent of the bleach attack, the skin damage that was done to King Zeus' eyes, if you will. So we out here today still doing another show, still putting it on the people who said that Zookeeper was retarded, he was crazy, he was a compulsive liar. And records don't lie. And we want to shout out all the medical exhibits we see, observation reports here. We see Beloit Health System. We see Unity Point, Maryland. We see finances. And we want to know how a man with everything now has nothing after he had bleach thrown in his eye and he was never given an eye examination. But the people claim that he's lying about everything. So we want to put all this on the record. And what we aiming to do today, we trying to do, we're going to do very soon. Motion to suspend the briefing indefinitely until I can get an eye exam. You know, if you never had bleach thrown in your eye, you've never had a dangerous chemical thrown in your eyes, then you will not understand what it means to try to litigate 26 lawsuits and be forced to brief if you telling the judge you cannot see. Your Honor, I cannot see. I'm putting ointment in my eye. My eyes are infected. My skin was burned from the substance that was thrown. The police came to the scene to assist, and paramedics came. And then I walked to the emergency room on 9/18, and my eye still was in pain, swollen, infected. Then we want to see what happened on 2/13/2024 when I was sucker punched. And we still got remnants of eye damage, if you will, the black eyes that I have never had. So we want to figure this thing out, and we want to figure out how far the people are willing to go to try to cheat in government. to cover up the damage that was done based on a threat that was carried out. And we had over 100 false police reports to add testificatum to these facts. And if we talking fact, we want to get caught up in fiction. And King Zeus say he been releasing his medical records to the people for prison, community. He been releasing records, but the people been thinking he been playing games, lying on police, and he ain't doing no lying. So what we aiming to do today is to suspend all the briefs on the lawsuits, even all the lawsuits that got dismissed in the Court of Appeals. We're going to send all these medical documents to the Court of Appeals to see if they will let me exhaust unexhausted issues prior to summary judgment. And summary judgment should have been granted in favor of the plaintiff once he got attacked with the bleach. And we want to confirm the date because 9/16/2023 is prior to any summary judgment that was ever entered. And 21 CV 555 JDP, 21 CV 764 JDP, 22 CV 482 JDP, and 23 CV 91 JDP. And if we just take one moment to look at what we got true records, medical records, that was never admitted into the record properly for some reason or another. And we know medical records and business records from the police and from the medical facility, the record custodians, are allowable evidences in a lawsuit. And we want to notate the fact that on 9/16/2023, I was attacked based on my lawsuits. So we have a lot of family members, we have a lot of loved ones, we have a lot of friends, and we have a lot of people that work for government that got confused on why and how these things have occurred. So we want to add clarity to the situation. We got a situation here. We got multiple situations that that did not play out right fairly in court. So now that we don't have as much bleach, as much dangerous chemical resonating in the eyeballs through the infections, we want to take a look at the network health plan that was deficient, that did not allow me to get an eye exam from a special eye doctor, if you will, ophthalmology doctor. And we want to shout out SSM Health. I want to shout out Dean. We got eye exams that was done prior to the bleach attack. We want to get all this evidence in the court. And what we aiming to do today is put a motion in to retain counsel. Because, the people just ain't been acting right. They just feel like I'm not a true lawyer. I'm not worthy of getting the records that they hold and having the police come and add testificatum to their work performances. We just don't understand what has happened when people with work uniforms get the right to walk away from dangerous chemical attacks. They don't have to show up. They don't have to add any testificatum to the reports where allegations was made that the police knowingly allowed this person to continue to harass King Zoo until ultimately bleach was thrown in his eyes. And then when it was time for him to be prosecuted, we want to shout out Mary Brico for the non-prosecution effort that she did. And we want to shout out all the people who forced King Zoo to keep briefing when they know he had bleach and other dangerous chemicals in his eyes. And they know he did not get an eye exam. And we know anybody that get any kind of dangerous chemical thrown in their eyes, they need an eye exam for a diagnosis to present to the judge. And what we aiming to do today is continue all the lawsuits, retain counsel pro bono to assist with obtaining records and to assist now